Tonight, I officially announce my retirement from the WWE.
John Cena, a name that resonates far beyond the wrestling ring. From his debut in 2002 to carrying the WWE on his back for over a decade, Cena has become an icon of professional wrestling, a Hollywood success and a global inspiration. As 2025 approaches, we stand on the brink of the final chapter in Cena's legendary in-ring career. He's officially announced that this will be his last year as a wrestler. And the question on everybody's mind, how does WWE book the perfect farewell tour for the 16-time world champion? Let's dive into the possibilities, the drama, and the dream scenarios for Cena's last year. There's so much potential for storytelling here. And yes, we'll get to the juicy questions. Should John Cena break Ric Flair's record? Will he become a Grand Slam champion? Who should he face in his final match? And how does WWE make this journey both emotional and unforgettable? Stick around because this is going to be one heck of a ride. The year kicks off with Cena addressing the WWE Universe on the Netflix premiere of Monday Night Raw, standing in the middle of the ring wearing his signature Never Give Up Fruity Pebble coloured t-shirts. It's emotional, reflective, but unmistakably Cena. He doesn't ask for sympathy, he asks for competition. Cena, in his purest form, thrives on earning respect, and that's the tone he sets. He wants to spend his last year doing what he's always done, working harder than anyone else, making moments that last a lifetime, and giving back to the business that made him a household name. From here, WWE needs to position Cena in a way that feels special, but not overbearing. He doesn't need to be on every show, nor should he be. His appearances should feel like an event, a ticking clock that reminds us we're witnessing the end of something extraordinary. As we enter Cena's final chapter in the ring, there's one burning question that divides the whole WWE universe. Should John Cena become a 17-time world champion? On one side, the argument is clear. Cena deserves it. For over 2 decades, he has carried the WWE on his back, transcending professional wrestling and becoming a global ambassador for the company. To many fans, breaking Ric Flair's record will immortalize Cena as the undisputed greatest of all time, a fitting conclusion to a legendary career. To others, they argue that Cena doesn't need that 17th title. His legacy is already untouchable. Many say yes, especially considering that some of Flair's title reigns occurred outside of WWE. By that logic, superstars like Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, both multiple world champions in other promotions, even carrying some of the same world titles Flair has in his 16 championship, WWE doesn't officially recognize them. Flair himself even claims to be a 21-time world champion.
Plea and our BS!
But Cena, every single one of his championship was won within WWE. He is the embodiment of the company, the face of WWE in every sense. And personally, I don't hold Ric Flair in the highest regard. I've never really liked him, and I honestly don't understand his appeal. For me, Cena breaking Flair's record would be a moment I'd love to see, especially as a lifelong Cena fan. If John Cena is destined to chase championship number 17, there's one opponent who stands above the rest. A name synonymous with Cena's career, the yin to his yang, the legend killer, Randy Orton. Cena and Orton's storied rivalry is one of the most celebrated in WWE history. From their clashes for world titles to their battles over brand supremacy, these two have defined an era. If Cena is going to surpass Ric Flair's 16-time record, no better opponent than the Viper himself. But how does Orton, currently sidelined by an injury, factor into this story? It all begins with Cody Rhodes.
No problem, Cody, no problem at all. Unless, of course, you make it a problem.
Orton and Cody share their own complex history, dating back to their days in Legacy. When Orton returns, it only makes sense for him to go after Cody's championship, a feud that practically writes itself. Orton dethrones Cody and reclaims his place at the top of WWE, setting the stage for the match fans have been waiting for: John Cena versus Randy Orton. for the WWE Championship. And where would this monumental clash happen? WrestleMania 41, the grandest stage of them all, the perfect setting for the final chapter in this legendary rivalry. As for how Cena earns his shot, the possibilities are endless. Maybe he wins the Royal Rumble, punching his ticket to WrestleMania, or perhaps he survives the grueling Elimination Chamber to secure his opportunity. One thing is certain though, Cena versus Orton for the WWE Championship would be one of the most iconic WrestleMania main events of all time. And on that night, Cena doesn't just make history, he is history. Throughout John Cena's illustrious career, he has done it all, or so it seems. 16 world titles, 5 United States Championships, 4 Tag Team Championships, countless WrestleMania moments, and a resume that cements him as one of the greatest of all time. But there's one accolade that has always eluded him, the Intercontinental Championship. Winning the Intercontinental title wouldn't just be a historic moment, it would complete Cena's journey as a Grand Slam champion, a status reserved for only the most versatile and accomplished superstars in WWE history. For years, fans have speculated about Cena's pursuit of this elusive prize, but for one reason or another, it has always slipped through his grasp. The Intercontinental Championship has been held by some of the most iconic names in wrestling: Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and recently breakout stars like Gunther and Bron Breakker. For Cena to add his name to this list would not only elevate his legacy, but also elevate the title itself. Should Cena finally win the Intercontinental Championship on his farewell tour, would it be a meaningful step in his career, or would it feel like a forced accolade to tick off a box on his way out? One thing's for sure, seeing Cena with that title around his waist would make history and give fans a moment they'd never forget.
I got it. How about a little heel turn?
It's one of the most polarizing ideas in WWE history. John Cena turning heel. Thugonomics. For years, fans have clamored to see the ultimate good guy embrace his darker side. And now with Cena on his final run, could this be the perfect time for this to happen? Cena has been a face of WWE for nearly 2 decades, a hero to millions and a marketing juggernaut. There's no denying that Cena as a good guy has brought immeasurable success to WWE. With this being his farewell tour, the rules are different. Cena doesn't need to play it safe anymore. He can take risks. He can make history. Why would John Cena turn heel now after all this time? The reasons practically write themselves. Maybe Cena achieves his 17th world title and lets it go to his head, believing that he's better than everyone else in the locker room. He spent his years telling fans to rise above hate, but perhaps he finally snaps and can't rise above it. Or maybe after giving everything to the WWE Universe for his entire life, Cena feels underappreciated by the crowd and demands the respect that he's owed. What if it's a catalyst for something even more dramatic? Imagine Cena failing to win at WrestleMania 41, robbed of the opportunity to make history. The moment of heartbreak could push him over the edge, unleashing a new, ruthless Cena who no longer cares about being a role model. A Cena who runs roughshod through the WWE locker room, destroying anything and anyone in his way. The possibilities are endless, and the shockwaves of a heel Cena will be felt across the wrestling world. Would the WWE Universe embrace this change, or would it shatter the legacy of the man who's been their hero for so long? One thing is for sure, if WWE ever wants to pull the trigger on this monumental shift, Cena's farewell tour is the time to do it.
So if any warm body behind that giant LED board wants some, it's a hell of a time to come get some.
John Cena's career has been defined by moments that elevate not just himself, but the WWE as a whole. One of the most iconic examples, his legendary United States Open Challenge. Week after week, Cena gave the WWE Universe unforgettable matches and showcased rising stars like Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Neville, setting the stage for their futures. So, what if Cena brought the same energy to his farewell tour? What if, instead of making it solely about his own legacy, he used it to pass the torch to the next generation of superstars? Imagine Cena issuing an open challenge, this time to the brightest young talents that WWE has to offer. The possibilities are endless. Gunther, the ring general, could step up to show Cena that he can't escape his dominance. Bron Breakker, a powerhouse with wrestling legacy flowing through his veins, might seize the opportunity to prove he's ready for the main event. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, love him or hate him, could use a match with Cena to cement his place as a top tier heel. Let's not forget about potential names like Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, even a wildcard like Trick Williams. Cena's farewell tour could become more than just the end of an era. It could be the beginning of a new one, a showcase where he gives the next generation the ultimate spotlight, just as he was given opportunities early on in his career. These matches wouldn't just be about wins and losses, they'd be about moments that define careers. Will Cena pass the torch in his final year, or will he stay focused on cementing his own legacy? Either way, the locker room better be ready, because Cena might just have one ruthless aggression moment left in him. Cena is more than just a WWE superstar. He's an icon, a hero, and an inspiration to millions around the world, including me. He's the man who carried WWE on his back for over a decade, the face of an era, the symbol of perseverance, loyalty, and hard work, and a symbol for hustle, loyalty, and respect. For so many of us, Cena isn't just a wrestler, he's a part of our lives, someone who has taught us to never give up no matter the odds. As Cena embarks on his farewell tour, the emotions are overwhelming. His legacy is undeniable, his impact on the industry unmatched. This isn't just the end of a career, it's the end of an era. Tears will be shed, hearts will break, but there's a comfort knowing that Cena gets to go out on his own terms. When he says that this is it, that we will never see him wrestle in a WWE ring again, I believe him. Unlike so many others who return for one more match, one more moment, Cena has always been a man of his word. When he says he's done, he means it. And that's what makes his farewell so profound. The moments we'll witness in his final chapter will be etched in the hearts of fans forever. His last match, his last promo, his last walk down to the ramp, they'll all be reminders of the greatness we've had the privilege to witness. And when the time comes, when Cena delivers his final words to the WWE Universe, I know that I'll be fighting back the tears, because I can already hear him say, "My time is up, your time is now."